10 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
March 15th, that's the date. Governor Northam says all schools in Virginia should provide in-person learning options. He's also calling on all schools to offer summer school for students. He stressed the importance of students being in the classroom, as many students have struggled mentally during this pandemic.
My fellow pediatricians, they're young patients.
A local teacher was honored during today's briefing. Teacher of the Year Anthony Swan from Rocky Mount Elementary School was appointed by the governor as a member of the State Board of Education.
I know the import they are learning.
Advocating for getting students back in the classroom. According to Governor Northam, the Commonwealth has its first case of the South African COVID variant now confirmed. The good news, he says, COVID cases are on the decline right now this weekend. And we're expected also to see an increase in vaccine supplies in the next few weeks. We're going to have continuing coverage throughout the day on our website, WSLS.com, and a reaction from local school districts tonight on 10 News, starting at 5. We turn now to our forecast and the threat for winter weather yet again as we head into the weekend. Meteorologist Chris Michaels joining us with the very latest and some new advisories coming out.
Yes, so 2 Sundays in a row with some accumulating snow. The latest from the National Weather Service right here on 10 News at noon.
Breaking news now out of the state capitol, where the House of Delegates has voted 57-41 to abolish the death penalty in Virginia. Earlier this week, the Senate approved that bill. Governor Northam has said he supports this legislation. This would make Virginia the 23rd state to end the execution of death row inmates. We're going to have more on this decision, as well as other big legislation that passed today, coming up tonight on 10 News, starting at 5. The U.S. may very soon have a third COVID-19 vaccine available. Johnson & Johnson's asking the FDA for an emergency use authorization. As we've reported, that vaccine is a single shot compared to Pfizer and Moderna, which require 2 doses.
Could not come out.
If the company gets the green light from the FDA, the next step is the CDC. That's who will decide if the vaccine is safe for the public and who should get it first. J&J says its vaccine is 85% effective at preventing hospitalizations and deaths in all areas where it was tested. The U.S. has placed an order for 100 million doses, which Johnson & Johnson says can be delivered by June. According to a new Christopher Newport University poll, at least 20% of Virginians say they will never get vaccinated. We're working for you, getting answers to common myths associated with the shot. We asked one of the state's health department doctors if the vaccine can alter your DNA. Here's what she said.
It hangs out long enough for a cell.
She says a small piece of genetic material is injected into our bodies, teaching our cells how to identify the COVID virus, and then it produces antibodies to fight it. That small fragment is then destroyed by the body soon after. President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill is one step closer to becoming law. The Senate passed a budget resolution early this morning that would block the threat of filibuster from Republicans on this measure. The resolution passed on party lines, 51-50, with Vice President Kamala Harris breaking the tie, her first tie-breaking vote in the U.S. Senate. That happened just hours after debate and voting on amendments that took the session into the overnight hours. Since the House passed budget resolution was amended by the Senate, it now goes back to the House, where they're expected to quickly take it up. New at noon, U.S. employers added just 49,000 jobs in January. The unemployment rate did drop from 6.7 to 6.4%. Most of the drop in unemployment is because some people out of work found jobs, while others just stopped looking for work, making them no longer counted as unemployed. Today is one of the most critical days for our lawmakers in Richmond. Crossover Day is when bills either pass between the House to the Senate to continue, or they die if they fail to get support. Last night, Delegate Chris Hurst of the New River Valley hosted a virtual town hall to give updates. Democrats are hailing this as one of the most impactful legislative sessions, championing marijuana legalization and repealing some mandatory drug sentences.
I believe that
And of course, we said just minutes ago that has now passed in both chambers of the General Assembly. Hurst says things also look promising for the formation of a New River Valley Passenger Rail Authority. This would create a state-backed organization with money to spend, bringing Amtrak to Christiansburg. Thanks to your generosity, Special Olympics Virginia met its goal of raising more than $700,000 for this year's Polar Plunge. This final week of fundraising, called Plunge Week, wraps up tomorrow with a virtual plunge celebration. There's a costume contest again this year, and the plunge team from the Western Virginia Regional Jail we featured last month is in the running as the Addams family. They say being involved with Special Olympics has a big impact.
For me personally,
Let's do the plunge.
Meteorologist Justin McKee already took his plunge in the pool this week. You can watch highlights of the rest of us taking the plunge coming up tomorrow night at 6. I did mine earlier this week. The Western Virginia Regional Jail, they're currently in second place in the costume contest. As we mentioned, they're the ones dressed up as the Addams family, and they do look great. To vote for them, head to the Polar Plunge Virginia Facebook page and like and comment on that photo. It's Friday, which means Super Bowl weekend is officially here. It won't be your typical Super Bowl. COVID has changed that. But Tampa is still throwing quite the party. And like always, one of the places fans are checking out, the NFL Experience. That's where Jay Gray is, giving us a closer look.
Jay Gray, NBC News, Tampa.
And don't forget the commercials. They're always epic as well. Still to come, detecting coronavirus through your breath.
You can kind of think of this like a smoke detector.
The new technology in the works that could be useful even after the pandemic ends. Consumer Alert this afternoon. Get dollar store deliveries in as quick as an hour. Delivery company Instacart says it will start making same-day deliveries for Family Dollar. The company will deliver online purchases to customers' homes nationwide in as little as 60 minutes. Family Dollar, which is owned by Dollar Tree, sells many household staples that have been in higher demand during the pandemic. A new sneaker that helps you clean up your game and the planet. Nike's created the first sustainable basketball shoe. The Cosmic Unity is made from at least 25% recycled content by weight. The new sneaker is part of the company's journey to zero waste and zero carbon. It comes in 3 colors. The Green Glow releases later this month at $150. In health headlines this afternoon, a team at UC San Diego School of Engineering is working to develop a sensor that would stick to your face mask and detect COVID-19 in your breath. Omari Fleming explains how this works.
What we're trying to do rather than
Go through the rest of next week. Patrick?
Thank you, Chris. Breaking news now from crossover day in the General Assembly. The House of Delegates votes 55-42 to legalize marijuana, eliminating penalties for those 21 and older. The Senate expected to vote later today, and the governor has said he supports this measure as well. We are following all of the action out of the General Assembly. Updates throughout the day on WSLS.com with reaction tonight on 10 News, starting at 5. The voters have spoken. We've got an update on our local puppy headed to the Puppy Bowl before Sunday's big game. Our pint-sized pup from Southwest Virginia that's headed to the Puppy Bowl is taking the internet by storm.
How does this work for light?
Last week, we introduced you to Marshall, a Boston Terrier rescue puppy that was adopted by the Salem couple behind Deaf Dogs Rock. Marshall is also fully deaf and is helping raise awareness to just how wonderful deaf dogs can be as pets. This year, he's a starter for Team Fluff in the Puppy Bowl. Each week leading up to the program, he's been in an online voting popularity contest, and has dominated week after week. He made it to the final round, and if he wins, Green Dogs Unleashed, his original rescue organization, is taking home a cash prize. His owners, Chris and Christina Led, are thrilled to watch him this weekend.
You know, they do make a look in on.
The Puppy Bowl kicks off Sunday afternoon at 2 on Animal Planet, and we will find out then if Marshall won the popularity contest. He's an adorable little thing. Let's hope he does. I'm sure he did. We are 5 minutes away to the bottom of the hour in daytime Blue Ridge. Lindsay and Bridget here with what's coming up on the program today. Lindsay, it's so good to see you in-house again.
I'm back. Hello, we're happy to have you back.
I know, I'm so excited.
It.
I'm so excited to be out of quarantine. So
yes.
It's awesome.
And we're going to have so much fun as well. We're putting Chris Michaels to the test on this National Weather Person's Day. We should pop him up in there. But we're going to see how well he knows the other meteorologists at the station.
Yeah, we have a little Q&A, quiz there. And as Valentine's Day approaches, we have the perfect way for you to get revenge on your ex. You can actually book them a dumpster stay on Hotels.com. We'll explain what that all means and what that entails coming up.
I've known Jeff Hanowitz for, 20-some years now. I've given him all the dirt on him. You may not ask him any of it, but I've at least told it to him.
I love it.
We will see you in a few minutes. The news coming right back. If you think your food taste is out of this world, NASA is willing to pay thousands of dollars to the foodies who can come up with some healthy and sustainable meals for space.
Wow, so they're calling it the Deep Space Food Challenge. People will design food systems for missions to Mars and beyond. Now, the grand prize, if you beat out the competition, up to $500,000.
That's a lot of money. NASA says the food must meet nutritional requirements for the astronauts. This is just phase 1 of the competition. If you make it to phase 2, they're saying it could include a kitchen demonstration.
Very nice.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. A lot of pressure on the forecast as we head into the weekend.
On this National Weather Person's Day.
Exactly. So a happy one to you as well. Got some snow coming into the forecast after 9 or 10 p.m. tomorrow. That last.
All right. Thank you, Chris. That is our time together here at noon. We thank you for spending part of your lunch hour with us. We are back at 5 with our 90 minutes of local news. But stay tuned. Daytime Blue Ridge is coming your way right now.